Now, obviously for you, because like you and I, we kind of didn't grow up with social media. We were like already old enough where like social media wasn't really a thing. So I
Yeah.
guess for you, like, how did you
Oh,
integrate
wait,
your
Josh,
social
how old are
media?
you?
I'll be 30 in July.
You'll be 30. Okay. And I'm 52. So yeah, like the way
Okay.
you grew up with it and the way I grew up with it, for me, I grew up with it in my business, but
Yeah.
not as a kid. Yeah.
Well, for me, I social media was just coming out. Like this is 2008. We're talking. I'm already, 16, 17 years old already. We're now is I'm running almost a young adult into adult. Like I think where I started picking up was like 2013, 2014, something like that. So
Yeah.
I was already 20, 21. So it's kind of like for me, it was like I like it's kind of missed my whole young life. You know what I mean? So I guess
Yeah.
for you, what was your successful things that like, you've integrated in your business, whereas, the younger generation now, like we have people who are like 21 who have their own wellness business or their coach or whatever, and they're now using social media. Like, how did you get by? Because I know it's kind of must have been a challenge for you because there was no
It's kind
social
of
media.
hilarious. Like this is just the dates are so funny. Like I started podcasting in 2010.
Oh, wow. That's funny. You're
Yeah.
one of the originals. You're one of the originals.
OG.
That's
Yeah.
right.
My friend Elsie, and we were throwing down yoga mats next to each other at advanced yoga teacher trainings. And she started working for Libsyn, which is like the major podcast host, I think back in 2007. And so when I was putting all of these audio files with these like impressive gurus on my blog, she was like, girlfriend, that belongs in a podcast. Like you need a feed. Um, I would say it's the changing landscape. It's so, again, like a lot of people confuse social media success and even like email list size with profit margin. So where we really help businesses is like, what's your upsell? Like we'll help you dial in that like the club has upsell, that's not going away. Like golf clubs, they're not going away. Clubs are not going away. It's very, very tried and true upsell model. So whether you call it a mastermind or a club or a collective, it runs on an annual recurring revenue. So for me, I've been able to have like pretty shitty numbers on social side and high profit margin. I've also had the reverse of great social numbers and low profit margin. So again, if we don't have the thing to sell and know how to sell it and know that it's delivering on what it says it does at a higher price point, which means you got to be good at it, right? You got to work through the kinks and really get to member results or people results with whether you're selling a product or a service. Then, and I had so many friends who like, they blew up on social, but they didn't have a profit margin. You know what I mean? So then we're able to find like the fancy real estate that then for us really actually grew our wealth. So like the companies that my husband and I started, those are great for making money. The money we invested well, and the money we invested well exponentially grew our wealth. So I don't think enough people have, they're like, what is happening behind the curtain? What is happening behind the scenes? And instead you see the stuff of like, this person has a post, it has 100 comments. It's like, that's amazing. If there's no upsell, it doesn't matter.
Right. No, that is totally true because I think it's also like it's how you formulate and how do you actually put it all together. I think some people, it's kind of like, some people just start like, oh, I'm going to start something. And like, they have like one thing and that's kind of it. And then they add nothing else. And it's kind of like you mentioned before, there's no upsell to what they're actually selling for. So it's kind of interesting that you mentioned that.
Yeah, because you can spend all your time like trying to make your business work, and it's confusing if you're not paying for coaching in a specific business model. I'd say you're fucked, like just right
Yeah.
from the beginning, because it's only, I think the amount of content that will be. I would like to see some numbers on the amount of content that will be AI produced in the next 36 months, because it will by far it will flood the market. It'll flood the human produced market, right? And it's going to be better. A lot of it will be better than what we're producing just as individual creators without AI.